ain't salty cause I did them correct. I make the money, make some more, and I ain't breaking a sweat. I make $1 million, leave the chauffeur, I'm taking the chef. I cop the as soon as I observe the nature of threat. So I can squeeze on it like a wash rag when it's wet. So I would rather invest, be somewhere cashing a check. I never loved you, probably why you couldn't get me upset. Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? If you did it, then I done it. Anybody get it, don't nobody want it. Ain't no second coming, ask them who run it? Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? If you did it, then I done it. Anybody get it, don't nobody want it. Ain't no second coming, ask them who run it?
So I'ma take it slow, but I'ma lay down the laws and I'ma let you know I'm a freak by nature, won't hesitate. The way you kiss my chest make my dick levitate. When we make love, mind you make no mistakes. The first time, the first day, I love the way you taste. The hunger for your lust had me going in the face. That's why before we fuck, I'm always saying my grace. The tongue between your thighs, had your eyes in space. Biting on your bottom lip, blowing on the pillowcase. Feeling like a game of tag the way I'm giving chase. But it's alright because you let me catch you every day. Hide and go seek, knee deep under the sheets. The love falls from the walls, put it to sleep. But it's alright, yo, it's gonna be your little night. That booty's big like your mama.
It's a long night. Then enjoy this moment with me. I'll make you feel alright, girl. If you give your loving to me, I'll beat it all. You ain't got to tell me. I'll eat it all. You ain't got to tell me.
Where your position been over, face down, next up. I can never let your type of nature pass up. You could be my patch or my back, that up. I'll be the gas station, you can pull up and gas up. I got that Mack truck, I park it in your belly. I see you whisper to your friends, do we think you Billy? We can go to the crib or maybe the telly. It doesn't matter, got you whispering, you wanna taste my jelly. Whatever way you wanna get your back broke, yeah. We can do it on the low or do it in the open. The sexy smell of Chanel, put a spell like a fairy tale that we both know very well. We can play house, hide and go seek. Red light, green light, stop and go under the sheets. After that, jump in the tub, I'm diving in deep. Scuba diving, no air, not coming up until you reach your
If it's only for one night, if it's only for then enjoy this moment with me, I'll make you feel alright, girl. If you give your loving to me, I'll beat it all.
Love the way she move that body, wine, y'all. Freaky, let's get it, won't love her. No Kiki, still she bound to bust it open. Almost every time she see me, let me drown it get wavy in your waters, yeah. You do it right, I just might call you back. She say it's better with no
Wake it up! I said wake your ass up! It's not all about the same with it. Top of the morning, mother, get you out of bed by calling up a ruckus. I know you hate to love us, get your ass up out the covers. It's time to rise and grind, get your money on time so you can rise and shine. Wake your ass up. Crank it up. It's showtime, baby. It's showtime.
Nice and smooth by a stretch. Good morning, yes. How about the shower in the mirror check? Checking my fresh and I keep it 103.5. Get it correct on your dial, that's the FM. So tune into us, let's trend. Beat the topic on the morning show that's on and through. Clean out your eyes and sip your coffee, let your morning flow. How about your vibe like you arrived, but it's time to go. Top of the hour like the ad-lib, my state is sown.
Yeah!
Put the coffee in the cup and wake your ass up. This beat hit so hard, thought it was a Mack truck. Grab a bag up, that diesel and gas up. For this ride, we bout to drive till 9 can't pass us. Cause we're leading the caravan, serenading your travel plan. Herding the cattle, man, as we give you a battle plan. For all the wealth to grab up. But first, you need to wake your ass up.
My city, I wear it. Daily, the black is gearing. I'm coming.
Where can I hear myself in this headphone?
Grab for that fresh air while you
Yo!
We be on it. Speaking of mine, and that's designed to make you think. Hold up, just sit it down for a second. Meaning to think. Who put it down with the bars and don't need a drink to drink? That'd be me, whether gargle or the breath stink. From running late, so I'm rushing like doing things. Could you get it?
We like a fresh cup of coffee in the morning. We gonna get you a new day. I want your word to play. It's your
Cause see it's growing, I got it, call it the buzz. These dudes for China, they leaking, needing a plug. These chicks is lonely, they weak and seeking a hug, and we got them. Fresh up early mornings, on and waking them up, let's get it.
sorry behind them.
True. I'm here for the early birds, give them the worm, can't say a dirty word. My town to yours, rooftop to the curb, the topic's superb. Politics, give us that acknowledgement. Elephant in the room, you couldn't move it, we the monolith. Wipe that cold up out of your eye and hit up that Wi-Fi and peep the other sun. Every day come catch another one. Compliment your coffee and your honey bun. Tune in with the tune in or the FM on your morning run. 6 in the morning, fighting for bathroom time with daughters. I got my laptop popping and keep it ugly for all us. Every demographic on perimeter, we who you listen to is independent radio for independent listeners.
Ad-lib on the track, hold it, here I go, my vocals. You were waiting for lyrics. Did it how we do it, baby. I can give you some answers. Crowd cell on the beat, baby. Young Race.
Oh my goodness. Did this ugliness begin right about now? Ooh, that's kind of loud. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Harry Jokes, what's good, man? T. Higgs, what's up?
What's up?
Trevor, what's good? Harry, turn your damn mic on. Trevor, turn your mic on.
It's on.
Oh, but then say what's up. What, you getting cute on me?
No, I'm still waking up.
All right. I'm hearing some kind of feedback.
So, a quick shout out to Shy McCown. She said Grand Rising.
Grand Rising to her. Yeah.
Shouts got out to Shiner out of Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL, stand up. That's real. All right, people, something is a little loud. Somebody has a television on in the background. All right. Ugly. Oh, all right. It's Harry getting told off by the wifey. That's what's up. First thing in the morning. All right, people, let's get this ugliness popping off right now. First things first, let's jump into some numbers here. Looking at how many cases of the coronavirus are in the United States of America. Looking at 1,430,000 reported, 430,348. Let me try that again. 1,430,348 confirmed cases of coronavirus in the United States. And the death toll right now is over 85,000. That's 85,197 who have died from coronavirus. And just to launch a straight out convo, the recovery is over 310,000, and that's a good number. And that's the only thing that's good about this. And yes, not everyone who get it is going to die, but we're looking at over 85,000 people who have passed away. What I'm going to look at here also is you have now, they're saying that there is a chance there. The reports out now that saying that the White House downplayed the actual numbers. It's probably 50% more that has passed away from the coronavirus.
Who said that?
Excuse me?
Who said
Republican? Oh no, there's also Republicans who are saying that the CDC is now reporting.
Who said that? Because that's
now,
made up. Is there any proof of that?
The Daily Beast right now is also reporting that there's the memo that came out. That
the Daily Beast.
It's in there.
Daily Beast.
What? What about the Daily Beast?
They're so far left. They're off the cliff.
Oh God!
I gotta report. It goes right with this with these numbers if you want, right? So we have the health director of Chicago talking about how she counts COVID deaths. You want to see that? It's a pretty interesting report because it's something that the only local media outlets are reporting, because CNN, MSNBC, they don't want you to see this stuff. It goes against their narrative. But here goes.
If you have hearing loss, you can still enjoy the convenience.
Turn that off.
Hold on, let them.
No free ads. Come on, Harry.
Let the ad go. Six seconds.
Why can't she have and this better not be no long drag out something. I hope you got the clip.
Virus-related death toll continues to climb. The director of public health took time today to explain how the department rules someone in actual death. Can be a little confusing. She says anyone who has COVID when they pass away will be included in that category. Dr. Ngozi Ezike explained this does not mean the virus caused that death, but if someone does test positive for COVID before dying, that is classified a coronavirus fatality.
You were in hospice and had already been given, a few weeks to live, and then you also were found to have COVID, that would be counted as a COVID death. It means that even if you died of a clear alternate cause, but you had COVID at the same time, it's still listed as a COVID death. So everyone who's listed as a COVID death doesn't mean that that was the cause of the death, but they had COVID at the time of death.
And there you go.
Okay.
And that's exactly what's happening all over the place. That's what's happening in California.
No, hold on. Don't start the filibustering. Here's the deal about that is someone might have passed away from, let's just say, heart failure. Let's just say that COVID did not exacerbate the situation.
You understand what she said, right?
Do you understand what I'm asking?
But she used that example of people in hospice. So people in hospice who are going to die anyway.
Okay, so what's to say that COVID did not exacerbate it?
She just said that.
It's 2, 3.
You didn't hear her? She's the health director, Joe.
I don't care if it's 2
they don't even die from it.
You acting as if someone with a damn degree or a title has not made a mistake before. So I'm going to ask. I'm going to challenge.
But you're clarifying it, right? You're clarifying it.
No, I'm asking. Once again, I'm asking. And the question becomes again, if someone may have heart issues, someone is dying, and they move them over to hospice, what's to say that COVID-19 was not the final reason?
This goes back to said they don't even die from it, but because they had COVID.
This goes back to the point. This goes back to the exact same point that I've been trying to highlight for years. For years, we don't write on a death certificate someone die of old age. It's just not done anymore. We write down the final cause of it. So if you had COVID in you, and she just admitted that. If the person have COVID in them,
admit it. You need to.
If someone has COVID in them, she just said it.
I'm right. You're wrong.
Okay, so you see, you have to be right all the time, Harry. You're okay. You want to be right in this fight? Take the R. I don't care. I don't care. I'm above that.
Because you just went to pass on a fake news.
I'm intelligent enough to ask questions.
No, you're not curious.
No, you know,
you're not curious enough about anything.
I am
in your bubble.
I am intelligent enough to say, hey, you know what? I need to know a little more.
Joe, forget.
Don't just give me something
curious
that's
enough.
Fit the narrative. Don't just give me something that's gonna fit a narrative as you often do. You just throw up your little soundbite.
No.
And now and just because your somebody's getting pushback, you can't handle it.
What pushback, Joe?
Juvenile.
Fake,
you're getting any pushback,
fake
any
news,
pushback,
fake conjecture.
Pushback, you start putting these little tags. It's fake news. I'm asking a legitimate question, and the legitimate question is
you're not curious enough. You only watch MSNBC.
Okay, if that's gonna make you feel happy just regurgitating that over and over and over. Just go right ahead. But it doesn't take away from the point.
Facts.
That if she was this woman admitted that the person tested positive for COVID. Now the question is, did COVID-19 exacerbated what underlying ailment that they have? That's the question. We can't dismiss that.
Look, I'll agree with you there, right? But she clearly said.
I hear what she said.
That they didn't die
exactly what she said. No. If you
want me to play it again, she clearly said that.
Even if she said that, if it exacerbated it, then they did die from it.
No.
It's like
people in hospice who are gonna die anyway are being counted as COVID death.
If you had been
playing, Joe. You're the one who can't handle the truth.
So let me ask you a question. Prior to this, someone was in hospice because of lung failure. Liver failure. Well, lung cancer, because of lung cancer. Over the years of smoking. It's not a smoking related death. Is that what you're trying to say here?
Oh my God.
Smoking did not exacerbate the problem? Is that what you're trying to sell to people?
No, that's what you're selling.
No.
And it's a sad
Just
sell.
answer the question.
Answer the
question. Answer the question.
You're sad.
If someone is dying in hospice from lung cancer for over the years of smoking, lung cancer is what's going to go down under final. But what was the cause? What was the cause that exacerbated them?
I'll give you a good example. Let's use that example there. Somebody's dying of lung cancer and they get pneumonia because their lungs aren't able to protect them anymore, right? Did they die because of the cigarettes or because of the pneumonia?
You know, the courts have already proven my point, because that's why the cigarette industry, tobacco industry,
deflection, Joe.
You see, the courts already proven my point. That's why the tobacco industry was forced to pay a whole bunch of payout to the American people. It's that simple. It is that simple. So if you want to slam your head because you got a sweet little headline that you wanted to, I got something for him. I'm gonna pay this.
You're right, as per usual. You're right, Joe. I'm 50% more.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem when people can't handle the truth and they can't handle some simple information.
Right.
I mean, look.
That's why I labeled
in-depth.
That's why I labeled the flyer. You can't handle the ugly truth.
You can't handle the in-depth pushback. I'm not saying what this woman said is incorrect. I'm not saying it's incorrect. But when we go in, when we dig deeper, we have to look at the underlying cause. We're not just
deep
gonna,
as a puddle, Joe.
I'm not just gonna dismiss something that sounds good on a soundbite.
You're as deep
I don't
as
know
a
what's
puddle.
her motivation. I don't know what's her motivation, but I'm not just gonna let her just come out here and spout that, and then you're gonna just try to.
No,
run
thank
it up
God
the
for your
flagpole.
clarity, right?
And you're just gonna run it up the flagpole like Johnny Salute over there. You know, it's not gonna happen.
No, first off,
It's not gonna happen.
That's a liberal Illinois, baby. So don't try out like I'm grabbing some talking point from Chicago. I mean, from
yes, you are. Yes,
right.
you are.
It's a liberal Illinois, baby. So don't even try
Liberal
it.
Illinois. So there are no conservatives whatsoever in New Haven. This is a liberal town. There are no conservatives in New Haven.
Not many.
And but you're trying to say there because it's Illinois,
many, but
there are no
not many,
conservatives. But you're saying because there's
Not
none,
many.
there's
A
no
lot
conservatives.
of New Haven
you're trying to
Republicans are rhinos.
So you're trying to say that there are no conservatives. There are no conservatives in Illinois.
I mean, Joe, come on. Joe,
Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm trying to deflect. You are wrong
I'm
on
not trying
this.
to deflect. Just that you're saying
You just
that
tried
there are
to
no
announce that there are 50% more deaths. You are wrong on this.
No, listen. If you want to try to say that I'm incorrect about that, that's fine, Harry. Slam your head in the sand. Go on out there and just be reckless. Take no caution.
Yeah.
Don't put on a mask.
So you're
Just do
being
you.
reckless, telling people that everything is gonna kill them.
Whatever makes you tick, go right ahead. If that is how you feel better because you want to be a 90s MTV reality show producer, where it's always a conflict of an interest. Everything got to be a conflict. You can't carry an opposing opinion. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Hey, Harry, leave the recklessness to my buddies because that's what they're doing. Find a new gimmick.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to Bob McCormick saying good morning, Joe.
You guys are all
Shout out to Bob McCormick, my dude.
All right, so some local headlines. City prepares for
What's this,
phase
New
one
Haven to
reopening.
Is this the one about New Haven going to reopen?
Yeah.
When is New Haven planning on reopening? I'm ready to go back up the block.
It says
Stop being reckless, Joe. Stop being reckless.
I said I'm ready. I want to know when.
You're being reckless.
No, reckless is if I'm like, man, I'm going up the block right now. If I had all these guys, if I had all of us inside of a damn studio, that would be reckless.
You're trying to put me in danger.
So I just want to know, when are they reopening? And go ahead. Let me hear this.
Governor Ledlamont published 5 detailed sets of guidance regarding rules that allegedly businesses must follow if they plan to reopen on May 20th.
Okay,
Businesses eligible to open on May 20th include hair salons, barbershop, museums and zoos, offices, restaurants, and retail and malls. Restaurants can reopen only if they have the ability to serve customers outdoors. Salons and bars must keep chairs 6 feet apart from one another and require customers to wear masks. And all such venues must maintain more than 50% capacity, follow various cleaning and disinfecting protocols, and limit social gatherings, including office meetings, to a maximum of 5 people.
Well, that's interesting.
How long is phase one going to be open? Is it going to take? Is it going to take like a month or two?
That what?
It's like for phases. Would it be like every 30 days? Would it be 30 days, or then we go to phase 2? Just wondering.
Narco didn't say anything about that, but I know. And New Haven isn't the only state about doing all these phases, because I know California has.
I know Texas is open anyways. They got done
phases.
with phase 1, and they're about to go to phase 2.
Don't talk over. Continue, T. Higgs.
No, I'm just saying I know California has a whole bunch of phases also. I'm trying to find them.
Well, we have these rollouts. Restaurants are allowed to be open. Bars are about to be open. But outside of drinking in a social setting, I'm trying to wrap my head around what's the pull for you to go up in a bar? I mean, it's like people don't meet people in bars anymore.
People
Is
still
that a
do.
thing of the past?
That
They
still
do?
happens.
Because
Still
here's the
happens.
thing: there's two things wrong with that. Well, three things. One, you end up intoxicated by closeout. You could be intoxicated, which means you're running around with beer goggles. And then, of course, now you got to wear a mask. Man, who knows what the hell you might wake up with? Oh, gosh. First of all,
Oh
you
God,
gotta
that's
be
scary stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Stop right
Got to
now.
judge by the eyes.
Oh my God.
Eyes.
Like you at the family cookout, you're trying to explain to everybody at the cookout, how you ended up here with, I'm talking to you too, ladies. You could be like over there talking about something. Harry, why's your phone popping up? Harry,
I'm
your
just
phone
making
is
sure the link I sent Kodak works.
Oh, all right. Oh, if it worked for everybody else, I don't know why it ain't working for him. Was it a different link?
No, I just he lost or he probably deleted the other email, so I just resent it.
No, he's notorious for just walking through and just deleting stuff. Don't ever send him any emails, texts, none of that stuff. Just cuss him out. That's what you gotta do. You just call him on the phone and just cuss him out. There's no need to try to carry a regular conversation. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You're off in the bar, look across the table. Oh, she's got beautiful eyes. Or he look a certain way. Like ladies are like, oh man, he look great. And you got the beer goggles going on, or wine, or whatever. You got your alcohol influence going on. And then you turn around and it's like you're up there and you're blinking because you got something in your eye. People think you're winking at them. Of course, it's all eye conversation now. You're over there like got your mask on. Get to the house, forgot to continue your social distancing because now, you're gassed up, you're juiced up. Now you got, you mess around, you got a monster in your house, you're trying to get it out. And now you look like you'd be in the movie It. Whose phone is that? Now you're looking like you're in the movie It. You're like, what? Or Get Out. Here it is. You got Get Out 2 going on in your house. You're trying to get them out. Good luck with that. You done took refuge in your house because, they're inside now. You can't never let the monsters in. They ain't going out.
Another scenario would be you're on Tinder, swiping and swiping, you make a match, you plan to meet up in the club, but she's in the club with a mask, you end up with the wrong girl.
That's some next level thinking we're not thinking right now.
You know how it worked out? Just for that guy who thinks no one does that anymore. I can just go on Tinder. I can go on Instagram. You end up picking the wrong girl.
Them dating sites don't show everything.
They don't show
They
everything.
already don't. No, it's definitely a massive cover-up going on right now.
What? That app game to make sure the belly fat is gone and tucked up, all that, bro. You're not gonna know what you're walking up to.
Yeah, that's gonna be the dangers of social distance dating, right? Because you're gonna be in a club and you literally are gonna pick the guy with feminine eyes.
Or ladies, you might mess around and pick a guy with pick a female with hard eyes. You never know. Either or, this thing could go in two directions. We're just saying the possibilities.
Now, ladies, if you want to complain, it's harrydros@gmail.com.
Wow. Wow, what kind of
That
bus
wasn't
this
very
came
nice,
by?
Trevor.
I know. What kind of bus was that? Dang.
All I gotta say is, if they go to working from home, it's gonna be so easy to fire people, man. I thought I got a pink slip this morning. I thought I had a pink slip. I was like, wait a minute, I can't get in the meeting.
Keep calling, they ain't picking up.
It's locked. You're done.
I would just have gone back to sleep, Kotick.
Clear your desk. Go back to sleep.
I'll call you around in the summer.
No more security. None of that. This is crazy.
Wait a minute. Did you just say no more security?
No more security. No more of that.
No more walking you out.
No more boxes. You walking out awkward now.
Your banker's box, that's what you need.
Oh my God.
You ain't even got a banker's box. You just got to go to the kitchen because you've been fired. You got fired in the living room.
That's gonna be the worst part of working at home and you get fired. You lose the banker's box walk of shame.
I mean, you know, that could put you in PTSD right there. You're getting fired in your own house. I didn't think of this. My God.
Getting fired while you're in the bathroom.
Why you never come to the living room anymore? Why you never see your spot? Your couch?
That's me.
That's why I lost my job.
I was sitting on the throne.
25 years I've been working for these people.
Rose phone after saying 25 years.
Oh man, it's crazy.
But that is going to be something. Now, mental health. Now we're thinking about it. Being a mental health expert is in it. If I was anyone right now getting into the workforce, that would be the area I'm going in because it's going to be needed.
It's going to be needed.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's going to be needed. If I was getting into the workforce right now, mental health would be the area I would be in. Never mind lawyers. Never mind doctor. You're going to need some mental help. You're going to definitely need that. Mechanics. Ain't nobody going nowhere anyway.
There's going to be some people going somewhere. Don't worry.
No.
Yeah.
There
Anything
are ads
great?
already out there for telepsychology.
Mental health, right? Yeah.
For $20 an hour.
Oh man.
I'm like, what? $20? You know what? I gotta pay my psychologist more than that, or I'm not confident with the information that they're giving.
And they got you good.
If it's $20 an hour, that's a scam.
For real.
You know, you're paying them 20 hours. Well, is that your copay or is that your full amount?
So if I go 2 hours, it costs me $40. I'll take it. Not bad of a deal.
No, it could be out of your copay. You know, if you have good insurance, I mean, your copay could be like anywhere from, I've seen like anywhere from 35 to 75. Some place, you know, some people go up a little more, but your copay could be real cheap.
Yeah, this could be a good scam, though. I mean,
oh no, it could be.
I was thinking of doing an ad myself for counseling, you know, and I can make it look real professional.
Oh man.
And then you get me.
Yeah, exactly. There lies a problem. You get this guy, man. You're thinking you're sitting on the couch, you're sitting on the edge of a ledge and don't even realize it, you know?
No, you won't be able to talk your feelings because he'll be talking the whole time about his political views and making sure why you are wrong and why he's right.
That sounds about right.
Trevor has issues.
Yeah, it's gonna be you being established.
So I got breaking news in terms of what Kotick was saying. There is a chance you can get fired from home. NPR reports your boss is watching. A work from home boom lead to more surveillance. After 2 weeks
Oh
of
my
working
goodness.
from her.
Oh my God. Your boss got Siri unlocked. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Siri, what is Joe doing right now? Well, Joe went to the bathroom, came out, had his cereal, came out, looked at his computer, did not turn it on. Damn, Siri, you snitching on me? You should have paid your bill.
After 2 weeks of working from her Brooklyn apartment, a 25-year-old e-commerce worker received a staff email from her company. Employees were to install software called Hubstaff immediately on their personal computers so it could track their mouse movements and keyboard strokes and record the web pages they visited. They also had to download an app called T-Sheets to their phones to keep tabs on their whereabouts during work hours. Company emails that she provided to NPR show her employer believed the tracking software would improve the team's productivity and efficiency while everyone was working out from home.
Told you.
Twitter don't got to worry about that. Twitter don't got to worry about that. Just look around
Twitter
and see how much your employees are tweeting, and then you know.
So you have to download this app on your work phone.
No, on your phone. Period.
Personal phone.
On your
personal
you know what?
phone.
Can you say lawsuit? I guarantee that's going to be challenged.
Of course, it's going to be challenged.
And there's no way they could take away your right to privacy like that, especially on your own equipment. It's different if they're supplying you with the equipment.
Well, this is why it ended up in the news. Somebody's already challenging it. Loving every minute of it. The gauze.
But you know, there have been a lot of Zoom accidents.
Like what?
People taking their Zoom into the bathroom. They're having
Yeah, let's go.
Oh my goodness.
I have to do that sometime on this show. I may have to do that.
You could go right ahead. I mean, we know how to, exit from the meeting. Be like, what is Trevor doing?
I almost gave up some exclusive content too. Remember?
That's true.
So I found more on this article that's really crazy. Her
Hold
employer.
on.
Oh, sorry.
Connick raised a good point. Remember that morning?
Yeah.
Listening to him? Got a knocking on the car window.
Oh, we're about to break that news. What happened?
He's talking about something. What are you doing? Click. He took us off quick, boy. He's like, oh.
And then he was off for 2 days.
Yeah, then it was
It's called healing.
Came back with a mute button. Came back with the mute button on and a picture. Been that way ever since. Anyway, what were you saying, Trevor?
I literally forgot it, man. Don't worry.
My goodness, this guy. So anyway, there's a hair salon stylist that's concerned about reopening on the 20th. Is there a story on that?
Yes. Samantha Myers can't understand why the governor thinks she can safely reopen her
as soon as I
salon.
heard there was a hairstylist, I thought it was her. Sam. I like Sam. We went to school together. And she's one of those, she's a damn good hairstylist, by the way. I should know. Look at my hair. If anybody could do good for you, Sam can. Like I have 6 strands of hair that she lays so neatly on my head. Oh man. I know the whole family. Shout outs to Sam, Samantha. So what was she say? As soon as I heard it as a hairstylist, why? I think who's reporting this? New Haven Register or the Independent?
New Haven Independent.
I think that she's their go-to hairstylist for comment cutting.
Does she have a segment on whatever show? Like, what's the new hairstyle it's in for the month?
Maybe she should.
Yeah.
I like Sam. No, but
Love Babs
shit.
Love Talk is gonna have the owner of Hairs by K.
Oh, okay.
So they-
Kay, shout out to Kay. What's up?
Yeah, so she's gonna be on.
She's
Babs.
gonna be on today.
Yep.
Okay, Love Babs tone on. It comes on after us here on our affiliate WNHH. So you could talk to, well, Love Babs is still remote, right?
Yep.
And Kay is gonna come on and talk about how they're gonna do hairstyling. That's interesting. You know, it is. Yeah, I am an individual with no hair on my head, not one strand, but I know all the hairstylists in town. Ain't that a mess?
You just like to.
All right, which one got rid of your hairline? We need to get that on the real breaking news.
That was a barber that did that one time. I'm dead serious. So I came home and from the army, came home from break after boot camp, and they give me a military haircut. So I figured, I'll come home and get a good edge up. Man, this guy started in over here in the corner. He went way on up inside there. I ain't gonna put you over. I'm not gonna put him on blast. But he went way on up in the corner. Really heavy in. First of all, I was gonna wait for my childhood. One of my classmates' dad was, well, you guys know Eddie's out of New Hallville. Well, not you, Trevor. What do you know about Eddie? But
You say like you guys, like I don't know nobody named Eddie.
You're excluded from this. We're talking about Rob Nice and Kotick.
Yeah,
they know
I'll
Eddie.
mute myself.
And by the way, he passed away last year.
Yeah.
Eddie Thorne, is a staple in the community for years. And his son Alan is my class president for high school class president, which who I see a lot more now because they finally decided to invite me to a class reunion. Before they've been blacking me out. It's another story. We'll talk about that one day. Oh my goodness. And the 1 year that they made sure I'm going to be invited, what happened? We got to cancel it. Got to postpone it 1 year because Corona. So,
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Maybe I shouldn't be going to this thing,
Is Joe the reason why coronavirus happened? Because of class reunion?
No,
You make the call.
Yeah. So anyway, Eddie, I was sitting there waiting for Eddie, but I had to go. I had to, I'm only home for a few days and I got a lot of people I got to see. I got things to do. And the fella in there, I ain't gonna put him on blast. But anyway, I think he still cuts here. He said, "Hey, you want to get your hair cut? Come on, sit down in the chair." And I saw Alan's father looked over his glasses, because he knew I'm waiting for him. He looked over his glasses, he saw me going. I said, I really got to take off. Man, I came home and I look in the mirror and I had the V mark in the corners. I went back and threw the hat on. You got to wear a hat every day in the military. Oh, it never grew back. It just took off from there. It just took off. Next thing I saw, it was like, I look around, I'm like, all hair or no hair, I'm taking it off. That was the first time I shaved all my hair off was in 82. No, 81. I was in Germany, first time I did it. I was like, I'm taking this all off. And then it was like, man, I wore it like that for about 3 years. Then I started letting it grow back and I start looking like I'm, what's the dude? Moving on up. George Jefferson there, got the
That's what I was
little wings on the end.
That's what I was going to say. If I let my hair grow, I got that George Jefferson hairline.
It's like, yeah. People are like, oh, it looks great on you. No, hell, it don't. Took that off.
You got to have the walk down.
Yeah.
You can't just have the hair.
Gotta be extra with the elbows, with the shoulders. Oh man, George Jefferson, Sherman Hemsley. Anyway, that's where we are here. So Samantha is saying she's concerned.
Yes.
She's concerned about how she's gonna cut hair or how she's gonna style. Is that correct? Samantha
Give me
Mai?
1 second. My computer's acting up real quick.
Okay, no problem.
Yo, it looks
yeah.
hilarious. I have Facebook Live, you know, on mute on the screen above, and you doing the George Jefferson looks hilarious without the sound.
Oh, it
Samantha-
must be on the big screen. You got it on the big screen?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Caleb.
She says she can't figure out why Governor Lamont has decided that her hair salon and barbershops could include the first wave of businesses. She said, I feel like they're trying to put us out as guinea pigs to see what happens. I'm not going to open yet. I feel like it's unsafe.
Wow. Sam, tell them like it is.
She also added on, we're still going to be in contact one-on-one with clients close up. She noted the state hasn't truly figured out how that's going to be safe, she argued.
Hey, Kotick, you know, she used to be in the space where Johnny B is now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she that over there on Orange Street. She had a space. I think she's out in Westville now, or somewhere like that. I don't know. By the way, Kay, who's going to be on with Love Babs, she's where the Cardinals used to be. Did you see her salon?
Nah.
Here's Kay. You haven't seen it? Oh man, she's got a nice spot.
Wasn't it shown? Was she shown on WTNH a couple days ago? Where they had the curtains around and stuff, or is it someone else?
Might have been someone else. I didn't see the footage. She has it's almost like, I mean, it's really done well. On the walls, they have, I think it's the lumber from pallets cut, recycled. Oh, it looks real good. Real good. She got the barnyard door on there, you know, the sliding bar. Oh, it's real nice. I'm like, wow.
Nice.
Wow. Real nice salon. I just like good architect. You know, I don't care if it's a hair salon. I walk in, you know, I'm looking around. Wow, that's nice. Okay. All right. Obviously, I'm not in there to get my hair done. You know?
Nor beard.
Yeah, you know. I'm in there to
know,
check out the architecture. What's that?
having a businessman as the governor, you think it's working against Connecticut right now because he's coming from the business
standpoint.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I didn't think of that. That's a very interesting question.
If he's a good businessman, he would let sports gambling come in because you can bring in a lot more money. Go look at Jersey, Ohio, Indiana, West Virginia, PA, Michigan. Need I say more?
But you know, I'll be honest with you, Trevor. Two things wrong with that. One, if we base it all on money, if everything we do is based on money, then we're really and truly not serving the people. It's a lot cheaper to just ignore the existence of a lot of people. It's a lot cheaper to ignore the existence of others. You know, if we keep piling it on with money, because here's my point here, Trevor. If we only focus on all the money we're gonna lose, that we're losing because of gambling, and don't focus on all the families that could get destroyed that would end up being a burden to the state, we could end up losing even more. Look, I'm not against gambling. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know casinos are readily available. I really don't. It's bad enough. You go to the local bodega, you got to stand there for 20 minutes. So yeah, like, let me get 432 backup, like 1623 backup, 8944 backup. And like, no.
So you're not for an extra 4.58 billion in billion in handle in 2019. That's what New Jersey got. Revenue
Well, hold on,
300 million.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I'm for $4.9 billion worth in revenue, but what are they got to spend out now in other issues, such as loss of jobs because the person has a gambling problem, such as mental illness. There's a whole bunch of add-on things that goes with that, and you can't ignore that. If you're only going to look at one side of the coin, you're only going to get heads all the time, or whichever one you want.
See, here you go again, Joe. Looking at the people. You know, you got to worry about the balance sheet.
I could have had the run line in this LG Twins and SK game right now in Korean baseball, and
Joe's the only one that don't get it.
Trevor, I'm telling you, you're speaking a foreign language sometimes with the stuff.
I know he just don't get it.
I don't care less.
Well, you should care less.
It's America.
No,
That's
what
what I'm
does that
talking
mean?
about.
What does that mean? You know, if you're talking, people should understand what you're trying to say.
I was talking about Korean baseball, the run line, the total of the game.
And as Harry said, you're speaking a foreign language because none of us gamble, so we don't know the run line. When you just throw it out like that, if we don't, if you never gambled before, if the run line, don't just assume that people know exactly what it is you're talking about. That's what he's saying. In other words, explain what it is that you're saying. That's all it is. So anyway, there are a lot of back end stuff that comes from gambling. That I could look at the $4-point-something billion a year, which by the way is going to be less because people see 4-point-something billion in one state and say, "Oh yeah, we can make 4-point-something billion." No, now you got to split it up. Or maybe that state might have a better marketing. Or maybe there could be a whole bunch of reasons why it's not. You know, when you see someone like Trevor who will go to the ends of the earth to make a bet, I mean, I'm concerned. Of course I'm concerned about that.
It's called a 1-800-GAMBLER, Joe.
I don't care. I don't care if it's 1-800-888. I don't care whatever it is. There's a back end to that. If you're spending that much time gambling, you're spending a lot of time not doing something else constructive. That's what it is. That's the issue. And if it's not being addressed, we don't look at it like that. And you're just one person. You get like 500. You get like even 50,000 people in one area that carries the same mentality. That could hurt an economy. So we got to look at the back end of it. Gamblers Anonymous, how may I help you? I got Trevor over here. Take him.
I could get this over under at 5.5 right now. I would love to bet it right now, but I can't because I'm just in a horrible state that does not allow sports gambling on the phone.
Harry, Kotick, you guys hear what I mean?
Listen,
you hear this?
They hear you.
I kind of understand him now.
No. Harry, do you hear this? Does anybody else hear what I'm hearing?
I hear it loud and clear.
You need an intervention.
You need an intervention, Trev.
No, if you ever say that word again, I'm just gonna leave the show.
An intervention.
Not like that.
Trigger words.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave beating button.
It tells you everything. It tells you that Trevor's had his share of interventions.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not his first rodeo.
That's why I kind of say trigger word.
Trevor drives by the house every night, make sure. All right, I don't see too many cars. All right. Why is Auntie and Uncle here?
Yeah. I was just about to say that.
Trevor, when's the last time you went home through the front door or through any door? He crawls through the window. Trevor climbs through the window every time he goes home. He's like,
the garage door. That's why you should go through.
Yeah. He's like, they're trying to do another intervention. I can't handle this.
I'm gonna throw my laptop and I'll go buy a new one so no one can track me.
You got your phone.
Trevor's like, I got the over under and get out of here.
I got the over under. I have the line that no one has me on Snapchat map, so I'm good like Earl Thomas.
God.
Trevor, you gotta wait for that second stimulus check.
I got my unemployment already, so I'm good.
Oh my God.
And talking about, let's just transition to the unemployment thing that he just said, right? This poor planning by the federal government, by the state governments, everybody. You give unemployment, right? You give this supplemental $600 and everything, and it lasts all the way to July, right? The end of July. So why not close until the end of July?
Right.
This way you actually get something for your money.
Right.
My friend she's turned down going back to work because they're offering less than her salary. So she stayed on unemployment.
Well, you know, if she gets challenged, she's gonna
she gotta pay that back.
Because if they offer you, and that's my problem with it. Why would you make it to the end of July and get people hooked on that $600 and then take it away from them if their job comes back?
Yeah.
So they go from making $25, $30 an hour to 10.
Here's another thing that I'm going to repeat, and people, please listen to me carefully. Excuse me. It's something I'm going to make sure I reiterate to people over and over. If you got a stimulus check in the mail and you know it's of a dead relative, do not cash it. Do not forget cashing it. I know some of you guys right now might have the idea, or they'll never know. Listen to me. Listen close. That check was generated by a computer. I'm going to call that the fishing rod. Don't get caught up on that hook. Because if you do it, and when is it, Harry? By July? The July they send them back? In the next 3 months, there's another algorithm checking all the death certificates.
Yeah, but how about if you have a legitimate IOU, a written IOU?
That's what I was saying. I'm like, yo, nah, man, you're clearing debts too, man. Come on, man. Stop playing.
Clearing out that credit card debt with Gravy's check, who's not alive.
These are good jokes. That's all they are. Because the government ain't got nothing to do with how much they owed you when they dropped off. I mean, this is all good. But I don't want you to say the same. Because, God, you know people will believe what you're saying. So do you, Harry. You know they're going to be like, yeah. Uncle Dave owed me this money anyway.
I could pay my credit card bill off of that.
Truthfully, I joke with it because I understand human behavior. As soon as that check came, they cashed it. It ain't no sitting there looking at it like, oh, Joe, maybe I should. You're right. It's cashed already.
It's gone, buddy. It's
delivered in process.
That is so true, Joe. You're warning people, but it's cash.
Too late.
Joe, you see that boat right there? It just left the dock already.
It's already cash. It ain't sitting there.
And all I can say is now you gotta look over your shoulder for the rest of your life for $1,200. Who wants that?
Yeah, now they're dealing with that.
That's the chance they're gonna take.
And this week, Joe, the people who are on Social Security are getting their direct deposit stimulus.
Oh my God.
So look, let's face it, a lot of elderly people passed who were receiving Social Security.
But it's not just elderly people on social, believe it or not. There are other people who get
right,
social.
But there's a whole bunch of elderly people who want Social Security who passed, and people are receiving their checks, and now they're going to get the stimulus check.
Oh yeah.
There's a high percentage. Let's just say there's a lot of people who passed. We got a record of over 85,000
Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
We have it in writing. Over 85,000 people have passed. This is why I'm telling you, it's going to be really easy to cross-reference those checks. It's going to be easy. There's an algorithm right now being put together. You mean to tell me you're working from home in Brooklyn and your boss could track you? You really and truly think they ain't come up with an algorithm to know if you cash a check or not, and what bank accounts you use to cash it, or what check cashing system? Are you crazy?
Oh, for real, they know.
Of course they know.
Not just that. With the bill, there was a waste and fraud section of that bill. So they are going after people who look. Trump was threatening companies who still haven't given the money back yesterday. So they're coming after you.
Yeah, they are.
And rightfully so. You know, if you're a company and you have ways of making money, other ways of making money, you got the Los Angeles Lakers, $4.4 billion in revenue, in reserve. And how much they took? Another 4 million or something like that?
5 million.
How much they took?
$5
million. And they got 4.4 billion in reserve. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but that's not fair, Joe. That's not fair.
No, I get it. The law states that they should have the money. The law states
Not anymore.
They didn't do anything illegal. Based on the first stimulus that they got, it was done legally.
Actually,
It's
they're
just
writing
no morals mentality.
Yeah, they're writing new regulations, or they were written already. That anybody who received under 2 million, which would qualify you as a really small business. Anybody who received 2 million or less, the government's going to leave you alone.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody who received more than that, they are checking that you don't have a credit line that's more than. So,
yeah.
True.
You know, I saw a report the end of last week that says 40% of restaurants in New York City gone. 40%. Look like the projection is 40% are gone. Think of that, 40%. Do you know how many boarded up places there's gonna be?
You know how depressing that makes me feel right now, but it's one of my favorite bars is probably closed already.
No, yeah, look, I understand. When I hear that, it really bugs me. Because
WNHH
LP 103.5 FM New Haven. And I'll tag it again, WNHH LP 103.5 FM New Haven. But I would say this much. Did you orange tag me in the bottom on that? And I missed it? Oh, okay. But anyway, I was saying, talking about the bars, you know, I look at downtown New Haven. We spend we put a lot of investment into building out downtown New Haven and with all these restaurants. And there are a lot of them that may go bye-bye. Downtown New Haven.
Joe, that 40% number you're saying, because about 60% of the restaurants have closed. 40% may never come
back. Correct.
That's crazy.
That is totally crazy. Yes, you're absolutely right. 40% of them may never come back. That's what I meant to say. I'm glad you corrected that. Thank you. You know, like there's a high number have closed. There's a high number that may not. I saw one restaurateur, a restaurant owner. He was saying that his the way his lease is that he can't get out of his lease even if he closes the restaurant. And there's no forgiveness on how much it is. He said, I understand my landlord have to make his payments to the bank, but somewhere along the line, the government should step in and say, hey, you know what? You're covered here with this. We're going to cover you with this. So you need to leave the people alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's not just the restaurants. I mean, it's small businesses that live off of 1099 contracts, right? So they have employees. They have employees, but they're not really employees. They're contractors. They pay them.
You know, California is cracking down big time on that.
Yeah, but the thing is that
If someone is working,
the way the stimulus bill was written, it really didn't protect any of these small companies that have contractors. So a lot of these companies are gonna go bankrupt. There's just no way for them
around.
Something.
Well, the reason why restaurants it's gonna get whacked the hardest is because you gotta understand, restaurants, their employees make a lot of money based on tips.
Yep.
So therefore, in order for a restaurant to be profitable, they have to be anywhere from 48 to 50% occupied consistently. So those tips can make a difference of the payroll. So without the tips, you have people in there, and now you have to pay them a livable wage, minimum wage, or whatever it is, which now puts the extra burden on the restaurant in order for it to go forward.
Right.
So I have this.
And the reopenings are going to get really complicated, right? Because the reason they're doing it now, where they're going to put tables on the sidewalks and everything 6 feet away, is because the other alternative is allow restaurants to open up at 25% capacity, which they'd be losing money.
Right, exactly.
They'd be losing money having a staff and everything.
Right, correct. But here's a big problem with this. Now you got only weather-friendly restaurants.
Yeah. not just that. We know, Joe, people who are in the communities who are gonna chase these zoning laws, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. So they're gonna. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight.
Yep. It's gonna be something, man. And look, downtown New Haven, man, we have a lot of outdoor eating. We have, as a matter of fact, our outdoor eating has got so aggressive, they don't just use the sidewalk, they use the streets.
Yeah,
where the
rest at the park when they come back.
They're gonna be taking up parking spaces and everything.
Yeah. You know, one restaurant used to be where a restaurant would take up a parking space. They'll rent the parking space from the city. And, you know, God bless the city. They're guaranteed that parking space is going to make them money every month, a certain percentage every month. Whoever came up with that idea was smart. In some cases, there's 2 parking spaces. Oh, we're going to look down the block. Nobody in the restaurants, but outside, woo!
Turn it up.
All of a sudden you hear no parking downtown. What do you mean no parking? Restaurants got to stay open.
No, I can't come up. I can't find my parking spot for the mornings.
Wow.
I'm telling you, you got to park on the sidewalk, and not even that. They take up the sidewalk, but a lot of them take up a piece of the sidewalk anyway. Right downstairs from us over there. Remember?
Yeah.
We got 2 of them that take up the sidewalk. One take the sidewalk and the street.
You have to be parking on the green in a minute.
This is just gonna open up a can of worms, man. People are gonna be judging you if you don't pay the bill. You'd be like, yo, man, we split bills over here, man.
Let me see the business report, Harry.
Lady, if you don't get out of my zucchini, like...
That's out of control. All right, CNN business report. The Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P were all down last session. The Dow was down 516 points. Harry, did you see that tumble?
Yeah,
did you see that thing tumble yet?
That's because the Fed came out and freaking gave bad news.
What's his name? The white man with the black name. What's his name? The Fed chair. Gosh, why does his name slip me right now? It'll come. But every time I hear it, I'm looking up at the television looking for a black guy. He's like
Jerome Powell.
There you go, Jerome Powell. Doesn't that sound like a brother from New Orleans?
Yeah, Jerome.
Yo, that's Jerome over. Yo, Rome, what's up? JP, what's good?
Rolling Rome.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I hear it,
when Trump gave him the position, he thought he was doing a minority hire.
Yo, was like, look, it's great. This is what I do.
Oh my God. It's down in NASDAQ and the S&P were all down last session. The Dow was down 516.81 points. Looking at world markets right now, what we got? The futures are looking bad as of 7:52 a.m. Eastern time. Looking at Japan, Hong Kong, London, and Germany. Those are the big four as world markets go. Outside of the U.S., of course, they're all down. Big losers on the board. Cardi Inc. is still down, and it's down now 15%. National Allwell Varco Inc. Big losers. Under Armour and SL Green Realty are also big losers on the board. Commodities. God darn it. Right now, you look at the oil is up 26.71 a barrel. Gas is also up. Gold is up. Silver is up. Corn is down, and copper is
down.
Copper is down.
See,
You don't know what those numbers mean. Holla at a certified financial advisor.
Under Armour and just like Gap, I don't get it.
Yeah,
they just need to make masks, especially Under Armour.
Word.
Yeah, you figure they'll get nicely into the mask game.
Yeah.
Under Armour is delaying its payments for its athletes because of coronavirus.
Well, the NBA right now, the way it is in Major League Baseball. Oh yeah, Major League Baseball. They want to cut out of.
They got both.
Yeah, but the Major League Baseball, they want to cut out of the. They want to get a salary cap in the game.
I'm just here for sports to be live. I'll take it.
And it is the one sport, one major sport here in the U.S. that they don't have a salary cap on, and they look like if they're trying to squeeze it into the whole process.
Yeah, they're trying to squeeze it in now,
right?
Under
Exactly.
the Corona.
Under Corona,
they do have a luxury tax, so it
Right.
kind of caps teams off because if you're not a rich team, you don't want to go over that salary cap. The luxury tax. So let's say if you go over 180 million payroll,
Mhm.
it will hit you with a 30% luxury tax. So
Yeah.
a lot of teams try to stay under that luxury tax, except for Boston, Yankees, all the
yeah.
rich teams.
Yeah,
That's back in the day.
Wow. So anyway, hit me with some more sports, Trevor.
That's just that happened. That's from Tuesday, actually. This has been thrown under the covers by almost everyone in sports. Zion Williams asked to admit parents receive money in gifts from Duke University, Nike, and Adidas. Zion Williams, former marketing representative, and her company have to ask the New Orleans Pelicans star to admit that his mother and stepfather demanded and received gifts and monies and other benefits. These benefits were from a person acting on behalf of Adidas and Nike, and also from people associated with Duke to influence him to sign up with the Blue Devils and to wear Nike or Adidas products.
Now, wait a minute. There's a little clause there. Was he wearing the products for himself, or was he wearing them through the team?
Like if he goes to Duke, Duke is a Nike school,
right?
So this is
But-
probably during high school, probably because they always try to like what they do.
Okay. So when he was in high school, Nike was at. But why are they bringing this up now? He's in pro right now, isn't he?
Yeah, this is his second. This is his first year. First year.
He hasn't even started yet.
Wow. So why are they
Oh,
bringing
he
this
started.
up?
Well, the season,
The season canceled.
short season.
Right. But here's the deal. Why are they even bringing this up? Is it because there's no games?
Yeah,
Or is it
and
because Michael Avenatti is attached to it.
ding, 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 ding. Look at you reading ahead in my notes already. Celebrity,
Is it Michael Avenatti?
yeah, celebrity
Yeah.
attorney Michael Avenatti also alleged that Nike paid Williams' mother for consulting services while her son was a type high school recruit. His
All right, let me
attorney,
juice this. Let me juice this article up. You just read it. Let me juice it up. Let me get the listeners to really grasp what's going on. Michael Avenatti is the lawyer who was always on every late night show on all the liberal networks, going after Trump from actually before he won, all the way on up to 2018. And when he had Trump's tax stuff, I said right then and there, I said, this guy This guy got an insider. He had somebody on the inside, and I'm telling you right now, this is gonna come down. This guy's gonna get nabbed. No ifs, ands, buts, or supports. There's something. He's got a good pay status, a good pay staff. He has his hands in places everywhere. He probably had a great PI firm and was just passing checks. Now, what transpired here is he found out about this story about Zion Williams and Nike, where they were hitting him off. Nike was hitting Zion Williams off. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Nike
and Adidas too.
And Adidas they were paying off Zion Williams' parents with sneakers. Jesus, excuse me. Did you guys hear that?
No.
I heard you. I heard a sneeze.
Oh, okay. No, there was a computer dinging noise that I would make sure that it wasn't coming across. Anyway, so Michael Avenatti found out about this and decided, instead of reporting it to wherever, sourcing it, he decided to fund his Go After Trump campaign. That's what it was all about. Flying around in private jets, doing XYZ. He wanted to fund. He decided, you know what, I'm going to make some side money. I got some side hustle here. So he found this out. So what he does, he get on the phone with Nike and start threatening them that he's going to make it public. Nike, I'm like, okay, no problem. We're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, but we're not giving you $25 million. What are you, crazy? So they decided, well, they're going to set up a sting. Kind of they are. Nike setting up drop sites.
This is what's going on mostly because during high school recruiting, there's a difference between there's Nike schools and there's Adidas schools. So it's people are trying to recruit the Adidas schools, there's representatives, they're trying to recruit them to go to Adidas school like Kansas, Louisville, and there's Nike schools like Duke University as well.
Okay. So what Michael Avenatti found himself doing is this is why this even became a big story, by the way, because of this guy, Michael Avenatti. Everybody, like you said, the schools try to bring you in. This is what they do. As Trevor just said. Yeah, as Trevor just said. But Michael Avenatti, knowing that it's a no-no, it's not supposed to be done, he's trying to shake him down for $25 million on the slide. They're like, oh, okay, all right, that's what you want, no problem. Meet us by the tree in the park. I'll have a duffel bag. You have the evidence in an envelope. And we'll have your $25 million in a Nike box.
Nikes or Adidas box, you make the call. You get some Yeezys too if you choose Adidas.
We put them in some. We throw it up in some Nike, but no, he was going after Nike. And Nike's like, oh no, man, we put it in some Jordan box. We put $25 million, all $1 million bills. This Jack Ducky.
I think, and it was Zion's his former agent is the one suing him. So
suing who?
Zion.
He's suing Zion?
Yeah, she's not, because what I'm guessing is he drops her as his agent, and he has potential to be like a $1 billion player. I mean, he could be a superstar in the league. So she's probably just trying to get any type of money from him now, knowing that he could potentially be a billionaire player.
But the thing is, why did he drop her? Didn't she get him to the dance?
Duke got him to the dance. Let's be honest here.
I don't know why she was dropped.
What an agent does is get you the other stuff. Duke might have got him to the dance. There are a lot of people who do very well in college, and they're good players, but they don't have the right people to expand on that play, on that skill. Like when I hear LeBron James, his boy was is his rep.
Which one, Maverick Carter?
Yeah, it's who running his operation. Well, for starters, it was easy because he was good. LeBron was good, so that part was easy. It was easy to call up Nike or anywhere else and tell them, listen, before he bounced the ball once on that court, you need to get up off of $90 million. That was a no-brainer for him because they thought at that time, well, Jordan's going to be gone in 5 years. That bastard's still around. But now
Still's
they
got better shoes.
Who?
Still's got better shoes than LeBron's. LeBron's shoes look like a ski boot all the time.
They look like a what?
A ski boot.
Do they? I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, it's working. It's selling to someone. LeBron's shoes are selling to someone. They're not flatline. And
Trevor, did you go spray paint outside LeBron's house?
Or someone spray painting outside his house?
Yeah, the N-word.
Oh.
I kind of wish you were in the studio right now because I would hit you with this mic on your head because that's a dumb take.
Wow. Did you spray the N-word on this house? Wow. So anyway, no, I mean, Trevor's like, listen, I'm everything but that.
Hey, he did give my email address earlier in the show.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, Trevor. So you gotta take it. Can't run around here thin-skinned. You give it out, you gotta get it back.
You know what I'm saying?
Around here, if it's one thing, I'll tell you right now. That's a prerequisite to have around here. You gotta have a thick skin. You can't run around here you can't be in this clique and have a thin skin. You just can't. Because all it's gonna do is just make you miserable.
I know.
If you take, and not you in particular, Trevor, anyone that's around us, Kotick, Kotick been around. Kotick has seen them come and seen them go.
Seen them cry and seen them weep.
Yep.
It's like, and most of the time, I'm telling you something that's beneficial to you, most of the time. But if all you want to do is run around and be thin-skinned about it's how you said it, man, how you said it. Man, I couldn't care how somebody say something to me if it's going to be beneficial to me. I personally couldn't care. But I've seen it with, man, they're coming around here, man, they're thin-skinned like all else. They don't know how to laugh something and keep it over. Just go home. Yeah, I'll tell you what Caleb did. Caleb started writing down jokes. I swear to God. Caleb started writing down jokes and keeping them. He was not playing. He's like, they ain't chasing me out of here.
I wrote jokes on everyone.
He had jokes on it. Caleb had, and back then, Caleb and Marshall used to go at it all the time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Remember, Kotick?
Yep.
Those two used to go at it. Caleb, and when Caleb first came, remember Rob?
Yeah.
When Caleb first came, Marshall was that big bully brother. He just used to, then Caleb started writing down jokes, one after the next, He had a book of jokes, a book of them.
Oh, book.
He wasn't playing. He's like, come on.
Book? Was it a hardcover or soft cover?
He was rehearsing his jokes like a rapper rehearses raps, man. He was writing them down like a rapper wrote his raps.
Yo, I came in the game late. Everybody was already on point. Like, remember the 8th grade rhymes. I'm like in the game, like a college dropout. Like, yo,
it got so real. It got so real. Caleb cut his hair off.
Yeah, he did.
I had to do a whole makeup change. I'm like, nah, this is too. I'm giving them passes. Nah.
He stopped crying when he was offended. He was good after that.
Oh yeah. And then they all try to test out, as soon as they get 2 jokes in, oh yeah, here they come. They try to mess with Joey. 2 or 3 jokes in against somebody else. Here they come trying to mess with me. I do that. I've been doing this since birth. Don't even try.
You don't know what it's like when you got the whole room of like a good 8 people coming at you with jokes. And you can't just pass enough. You don't know what that's like.
Got it. Remind them. Yeah. A whole hour, Joe?
A whole hour?
I worked someone for an hour. And then the room joined in for an extra 30, 45 minutes. It was like really bad. You worked me for an hour and everybody else is just, that's what you got. A whole hour. You're like, well, what are you, crazy? You're going to try to jump ugly with me? This is what I do. My name is Ugly. Good. I could do this with my eyes closed. I got more jokes than you could ever. Oh, God. It's so easy. And I never go for the obvious. Never the obvious. That's what makes the punchline even harder. It stings. I know. It stings.
Ooh, I know he was gonna say that.
Yeah. I remember Caleb tried to come at me. He had this crazy haircut. I'm like, oh, seriously? You coming at me with a Fraggle Rock haircut? Are you kidding me?
Walking down the street going,
yeah, I'm like, you got to be careful because Joe's the type of wrestler that throws salt in your eyes.
Look in the eye.
Oh, definitely. Crazy.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm telling you, there's one person who I can never get. And that's that clown right there on the bottom. Well, he's in the bottom of where I'm looking right now. I'm talking about that dude.
I want to know where the clown at.
That what?
See that? I couldn't even sneak that in. Rob Nice just laughs at me. Rob Nice like, yeah, right, Joe. He's like, Rob Nice just dilute my nonsense with a laugh. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah, right. Which makes me look even dumber because he's just laughing at me. I'm like, Jesus. All right.
Listen,
Last
time I went joke for joke with this guy right here, Joe. I was an ostrich running with glasses, man. Come on, man. Literally found a picture of an ostrich that looked dead like me. Then found it with glasses. Said, "This is you. Is this your ID?"
Oh no,
Ryan,
yo, caught it.
And then there was one that was running.
He's
fast.
messing with me. Hold on. He's messing with me, Kotick, and I go into Google and I get this running ostrich with glasses on. And I put it on my phone. I walked over to him and I asked him, I'm like, yo, I found your ID.
I started laughing. I said, look, that's me running for the bus.
Oh my God. Then we
man.
had Marshall who tried to jump ugly with me. Oh, Mr. Topi. That was the end of that. Dude. It was like,
Joe, did you see Snoop Dogg's post 15 hours ago?
No.
Of a grandma?
Is it on online?
It's on IG right now. Do you want me to show it to you?
No.
Okay.
No, I'll check it. But did it come off of our platform?
No, it was on Snoop Dogg's personal Instagram account.
Oh,
It says parade for nursing home president. The grandma says, like, I want to see Snoop Dogg.
Oh God. Snoop, by the way, this ugliness is getting ready to put another ring in the ladder, if we may. Well, we'll be talking about it. Get ready to check out the ugliness as we join forces with, well, we're going bigger. Let's just put it that way. We're making moves bigger. One way or another. I do it for the kids. No, I look, my thing is to make sure that I give these kids opportunity. I'm not playing about that. I am not playing about that at all. It is my goal to give kids opportunity. That's it. It is to make sure that they get ahead. And they're gonna get ahead because I'm determined. Too often that we just turn our backs on kids advancing. Too often. And then we wonder, well, how come things are messed up? Because nobody wants to stop and say, hey, you know what? We should feel like we have a civic duty to take care of our kids. We should feel that way. Because if we don't, we're hurting ourselves more than anything else. We're hurting ourselves more than anything else. You look at the decision makers who got college. You know, I heard of a meme recently where someone said, "Why am I paying so much to go to college to go make minimum wage?" That hit me like a 2x4. That's a reality. There are people who are burdened down in debt to all ends, gambling all over the place, trying to pay off their college there. You're right, Trevor.
It's competition, as Jordan would say.
Spoken like a true gambler.
It's competition. Go ask Jordan. He said in his
I feel you, Trav. They better bring their A game, man. Playing with you.
A game. All right. So what else we have here? We had the Warner Music Group. What's going on there?
Well, wait, Joe. Let me correct something you said. It's not another rung in the ladder, but it's another notch on your radio belt.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Highlighting that. No, and I'm dead serious when I say that. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not as sounded as if I am. I played it back in my head. I'm like, no, I'm not being sarcastic. Thank you for highlighting that. Okay. Talk to me, Rob. What do we got here?
Warner
Music.
Warner Music Group loses $74 million in second quarter, which ended March 31st.
That's a business report. Warner Music Group is losing money like that. 74 million.
Yeah, a year ago they made 67 million.
Wait a minute.
But
hold on. They're losing 74 million after all payments. After all bills are paid. Let's be very careful now. You know, it's a company, you know, they may be losing 74 million, but all their bills paid, all the artists being paid over there. That's a real deal. Could be.
This are never paid. What are you talking about?
Well, it comes from lost in investments and loans due to foreign exchange, due to coronavirus.
What is it? Well, if you look at what's going on in Italy, what's going on in Europe, period. What's going on over there? It's really hurting. By the way, shout outs to all the European artists out there who are like, I'm talking about that UK drill click, man. My man Stormzy, what's that? 6'7"?
Yeah.
6'7".
There's a list of guys out there in the UK. They're doing it. When I say they're doing it, I mean they are not playing around with it. By the way, Harry, you got to move your camera so we don't see your phone that well. Thank you. There's no need for us to be reading what's on your damn phone.
I'm glad you said that, because the digital revenue increased by 700 million.
See what I mean? So you got to look at where the revenue stream is coming in. I mean, all bills are paid over there, Warner. I ain't feeling sorry for them. So you're looking at digital. You know who's really hurting? The companies that are really in the red. All these big radio groups.
Yeah.
These radio companies are hurting.
Go look at Entercom stock.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
Heavy.
You look at these things, man, they just became so heavy. That's what happens when they went away from the local markets and they start bringing in all these syndicated this, syndicated that. And of course, these guys going to demand certain cash, rightfully so. I mean, a lot of companies, they're making a lot. I was listening to a podcast on radio, and it's like, wow. And the fellow who tried to run up against me, I understood he turned. He turned 70 yesterday, Kadik.
Bro.
I understand. Try to put him against me. Are you crazy? I wonder if he still got them yellow phone posits, by the way.
Oh, he does.
Yellow Nike foam posits, you're saying?
Yep.
Brado yellow. I mean, canary yellow foam posits.
My buddy probably has a pair of those.
Wow.
In college.
I remember he was walking down the street with those things on his feet. Like, there's nothing worse than an old man trying to look young. I mean,
I give him props though if he's trying to be cool for
giving
kids.
him hell no, I'm not giving him no damn props.
That's why he does it.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's exactly why, because you're giving him props, and the meanwhile, you look like an idiot. He had to been like at least 65 then. 65, 64, 65. He running around with damn phone posits. Oh my God, it was ridiculous. Looked like an idiot. To the point he had this little short Italian dude over there like, hey, wear your Big Bird shoes. Now here's the crazy thing. Apparently the guy told him about his Big Bird shoes before, because he was talking with me and he saw the guy coming down the sidewalk, man. He was trying to walk away from me quick before I heard that point. He was like, oh, Kodak, you should have seen him. He was trying to get away. He was like, all right, man, okay, I gotta go. Before he could even get away, dude's like, where your Big Bird shoes at? He's like, he look at me. He don't know about them phone posits. Those are phone posits. I know he wanted to die. Joe Ugly heard him said that. Oh, just shoot me right now. He just wanted to be off. All right, continue. Hit me with some more ugly headlines, please. Boys in the Hood. What's the deal with that? Caleb.
Got you right.
The Klan boys.
White supremacist. Oh, sorry, wrong article. Man who wore what appeared to be a KKK white hoodie to the grocery store won't be charged with a crime. The sheriff department said Monday that during an interrogation with investigators, the man expressed frustration with the coronavirus and having people tell him what he can do and cannot do. The man told investigators wearing the hood was not intended to be a racial statement. I quote, it was a mask and it was stupid, he said, according to the news release.
Oh, okay.
Bro, don't get mad because he went in his closet, picked up something old and wore it. Like, that's crazy.
You know, he could say all he wanted to. It was just a mask and it was good, you know, and it was stupid. I hear you. Where did you get it? Why do you have that all nicely hung up with the robe in the closet?
Yeah, like that.
Looking like, you know what I'm saying? Looking like you should be in Watchmen.
You know what I'm saying? Had it on a mannequin with lights on it. Displayed. Come on, man.
You know, it's like you could call it that if you want to, but it is a part of a hate. But here's the deal. Let me ask you. Here it is. If someone wears a fitted sheet and hood, they can get in situation with it. It could be cited as a hate crime, correct? Well, this guy, he had to worry about it. They said they're not going to charge him with a hate crime for wearing it. So apparently it shows that, you know, by them saying they're not going to charge him, mean they could have charged him, but they chose not to because of how he addressed the issue.
Well, the thing is that if they're requiring masks, they have to make sure they say, you know,
no, exactly. So here's the deal. He's walking around with a Klan mask and he got jammed up. My point. It actually made national news. We're reporting it. Where was this and where?
CNN.
The state of Florida? Where?
Oh, no, I think
Kentucky,
San Diego.
In San Diego? Yeah, I'm not really surprised, really. So he's walking around with it. Are you sure?
Yeah, CNN.
Okay, so he's walking around. Yeah, lying. You sure you ain't Latino?
It's a white dude, Caleb?
That what?
Was he a white dude?
Let me get his name.
Because I know there was a story of a black kid who did the same thing. He wore Ku Klux Klan hood to the mall.
Yeah.
But for him, it was a prank, you know. So, but that was like a few months ago.
But here's my point: if a Ku Klux Klan robe is cited as something that you can get in trouble for, then I'm trying to wrap my head around that. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be cited for it. I just want to know, why isn't black boots with red strings highlighted the same way? Why isn't black boots with white string? You could get in trouble for that. Why isn't the Hawaiian shirt?
Why are governors who went blackface allowed to stay being governors?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So there's no name on the guy, and his complexion, I don't know necessarily his nationality or his culture really, but his complexion is white. So that's all I can really give you guys.
He's of Caucasian descent, you know.
Of Caucasian descent,
okay, that's
yes.
good. Okay, that's fair. Got it, seriously?
That's the plane. There you go.
Wifey coming in planes now?
Next week's about to be a train or a boat.
He's no joke.
She's showing up on planes now? What the heck?
Planes, trains, and automobiles, man. Come on.
It's all strange. It's all strange to me. All right. What's that? Elon Musk is now being tempted as a champion.
Got you right.
Or standing up against shutouts.
To virus stay-home orders. Among the supporters was President Donald Trump, who on Tuesday morning tweeted that Tesla's San Francisco Bay Area factory should be allowed to open despite local health department orders that it stay closed, except for minimum basic operations. And I quote, "It can be done fast and safely," the president tweeted, joining many of Musk's 34 million Twitter followers who back the defiance.
You know, the bottom line is Trump is just looking for anyone, any group that he could latch on to.
Yeah.
And you know, between him and Elon Musk, you don't know who's gonna play this game the best. Who's gonna use their followers for their self-advancement? I don't know.
That's potentially 34 million, votes. Potentially.
Potentially.
I hear
So
him.
anyway, yeah, he's literally well, okay, good for Elon. But here's the deal. Trust me, those e-car tree hugging save the world followers of his is not gonna support Trump.
Probably not, right?
Get that clear.
He was on Joe Rogan a while ago, Elon Musk.
He actually was on Joe Rogan recently.
Yeah.
Was he smoking a joint again?
He was talking about
no joint.
He was talking about getting rid of all his possessions and all that. Elon Musk is a little out there.
Yeah, he's out there.
They talked about his the Tesla truck, the window shattering and stuff as well.
Yeah. But the Elon Musk kind of remind me of McAfee.
Pat McAfee?
Who?
Pat McAfee?
What McAfee?
Pat McAfee.
The one who invented the security.
The virus.
Oh,
thing.
no, never mind. Never mind. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought, when you say McAfee, I thought of Pat McAfee, the former punter who's on radio now. He's hilarious.
This guy's all over sports. Elon Musk reminds me. Was that?
Go watch Pat McAfee's show. It's actually really entertaining.
Okay. Elon Musk remind me of what's it? Bob McAfee? Not Bob. Made me forgot the guy's name. It just slipped me through. You know what I'm talking about, Kadik?
Yeah.
He's down there in he was down in they picked him up in the middle of the night. Is he still in jail or what? No, he was down. So he was down, I think it was in Guam, one of those countries where he had a whole bunch of underage girls.
Oh God.
He was just like, but he was Elon Musk. I'm not saying because of that, but he just reminded me of him, how the guy made money and just went off the chain. He just went nuts. As a matter of fact, they changed the name of the software, didn't they? Or is it still McAfee? They just disenfranchised themselves from him. Just cut him off. That's what happened. You get these older guys right away who are like computer nuts, and then they get money. Oh, life Life jumps out at them. So anyway, hit me with some more ugliness, please. Somebody hit me with something. Caleb?
I got something.
Oh, you know something though, Harry? I wanted to ask you about this. Did you see what happened in Wisconsin last night?
Oh yeah. Well, Wisconsin. I don't think the Wisconsin one is a surprise. He was supposed to. It's a conservative district, but
Go ahead.
The California one. The Republicans picked up a seat in the middle of California in a Democrat district.
They pick up a what?
A congressional seat. There was a special election.
They had a special election yesterday.
Yep.
And the Republicans pick up a seat.
Yep. They had lost the seat in 2018 by 9 points, and he won by 12 points yesterday.
Yeah, that shutdown didn't help him. That's for sure. Because Democrats don't like to go out and vote if it rains. And whenever it's raining or bad weather, these damn people who needs the help more than anybody else, they never want to go out and do what they got to do. Never. And there are always those who they're always waiting for guys like myself to put myself on the front line for them. They're never ready to get involved. So that is a shocker. Now, was it a Democratic district or was it a...
Yeah, it was a Democrat district.
But how did the Republican had it before?
Well, they had won it over 20 years ago before, the last time a Republican won in that district. But recently, in 2018, they had lost it by 9 points. And
who had lost it?
In the 2018 race, the Democrat beat the Republican.
Oh, okay, the challenger, yeah.
Yeah, by
and
9
why
points.
was that?
This time they lost. The Democrats lost by 12.
Oh, was that woman who had to step down her? Her seat, the one who the pictures came up with her and her aide or something like that.
Yeah, she's the one who stepped down, and that's why it was a special election.
Right. See what happens when you force these people out? That's a problem with Democrats. They want to take the highbrow route. They should have trumped this one out. They should have done. No, I'm serious. They should have trumped this one out. But they all, you got the likes of Kirsten Gillibrand, who plays this moral highbrow. Okay, yeah, right. I'm not saying she's not, but she tried to launch her whole career off of the back of Al Franken. She tried to launch her presidential bid off the backs of Al Franken.
That's okay, Joe, because now she believes Joe Biden.
Is that right?
Yeah, she now believes Joe Biden. His explanation is good enough for her.
Kirsten Gillibrand, man, I'm telling you. Al Franken, can you imagine? Al Franken, she worked so hard and forced him out of the Senate off of a joke. And he apologized for the joke. And the person who complained about the joke accepted his apology, thought it was a bad taste, accepted his apology, but she still wanted the blood. She still wanted blood. She wanted to run an all-woman ticket. That's what it was. She wanted to, maybe not an all-woman ticket, but she wanted to push the woman agenda forward in a way that to just wedge men away from the Democratic Party. It's like, act like they don't need men.
I don't know, Joe, with this election yesterday, could it be a telling sign of what's to come in November?
I won't be surprised.
In a Democrat district.
I won't be surprised.
A seat that you won by 9 points, you now lose by 12 points, and November's right there.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not at all surprised. I won't be surprised. Or I hope it's a good telltale to tell Democrats, knock it the hell off. You guys should never send that woman back home. Never. Some pictures of her and the aide or whatever. Who cares? Who cares? My thing is like, look, you don't own anybody. You got somebody in a relationship, an XYZ, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I don't care about all that. I personally don't. Here's what I do care about. I care about if the person wants to exit a situation, how nasty you're going to be about it. That's the part of the equation that makes a difference. If you want to exit a situation, just be fair-minded about it. You can be fair-minded, But you got people who wants to exit the situation and be nasty. Totally stink. I'm talking butt juice stink. And that's when those are the ones that you got to make sure.
Well, this is
that?
is the Democrats' election yesterday. Here it is. Their parachute didn't open.
Oh, take that off. Take that off. Take that off. I don't want to see this.
But you don't want to see them hit the floor?
Oh my God.
Harry, what is wrong with you? Take that off.
That's what happened yesterday in the California election. Anyway, no, actually that happened yesterday in Florida.
Someone was skydiving?
Yeah, and it was a duo who went skydiving and both their parachutes didn't open. They hit the ground, and right now they're both in critical condition, so they survived so far they've survived.
It's even worse to me. Wow. Sitting there with all your bones broken. Oh.
Yeah, but nah, man.
Yeah, right now they're just breathing. I'm breathing. That's all they're doing. They're breathing.
It was two of them?
Two of them, a tandem.
Oh my God. So you got two people. When he said tandem, that's when you have two people connected to each other, jumping out of a plane. And I take it that the parachute didn't open for both of them.
Yep.
Man, well, there's one chute. So doggone well, you're sitting there like, oh my God. I'm never into no parachutes though. I'm never into jumping out of a plane. So I went I did the iFly a couple of years ago there with you guys know who. You saw the pictures. I bet you that person was probably waiting for me to like go way up in the air, like 60, 70 feet in the air, and then the fan cut off and I'd slam to the bottom. They probably were praying for that. Nasty, disgusting.
Yeah. What you got to make sure is that you don't have your spouse pack your parachute.
Yeah. I'm telling you, don't ever let your spouse. I don't care how good you think it is, man. I'm telling you, don't let it. Man, I look back now. I thank God that I was inside that. I was in that wind tunnel and she wasn't at the controls. Man, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Man, this is serious. Anyway, T. Higgs, what you got for me?
3 New Haven children New Haven Hospital are treating for inflammatory condition possibly linked to coronavirus.
3 kids?
3 kids are in the hospital because an inflammatory condition. So that means, they're trying to connect it to COVID. It may be connected to COVID, but the reason the connection to COVID is because COVID it inflames everything in your body, so it basically swells up everything. So right now, these kids are going through an inflammatory problem where everything is being,
which really sucks. I hate when they do these partial reportings. How long does it take to just test somebody for COVID? How long it takes? Why they couldn't wait until the tests come back before they report this?
Joe, you have faith in the test, though. The Mike Pence's press secretary tested negative one day and positive the next day.
False negative. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was tested false negative.
Wow.
And that's right next to the vice president.
Yep.
Why isn't the White House working at home? That's what they should be doing.
So I'm gonna squeeze this one in. Ex-Trump campaign boss Paul Manafort released as coronavirus spread in prison.
Now, Harry, I know you can't agree with this one. You can't. One of these things is not like the other. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. One of these things is not like the other, and that's wrong on so many levels.
Well, they released Avenatti.
One of these things is not like the other.
Right? They told Cosby to relax.
They released Avenatti.
So do I need to remind him his charges?
Might as well.
Hold on.
No, you could. You could.
No, but I'm not going to let him filibuster. One of these things is not like the other.
True.
You know what I'm talking about. You have Roger Stone, Paul Manafort and Michael Flynn, who's getting ready, who might walk, who knows?
Yo.
I doubt the judge is going to let him. I doubt that judge is going to let him.
Well,
by the way,
that judge is a crooked judge, by the way.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway,
wow. And you bring this story up, Caleb, with 1 minute left. With 1 minute left, you bring the story up.
Harry, here's what I want you to do. For the exit video, move it to 12 seconds. Move it up 12 seconds. Did you hear what I'm saying? You got to fast forward it to 12 seconds. Because it falls out. The audio falls out.
Oh, but Joe, that's intentional. So you hear the blast.
Does anybody hear a blast? Because I don't.
Yeah, when the cube comes up, a little poof.
You don't hear it.
It's intentional.
Does anybody hear the blast? Nobody but you.
I'll change it because you're neurotic.
No. Go back and play today so we can hear the blast.
I'll change.
I want to hear your little blast. By the way, one of these things is not like the other. Mike Flynn might be out. Paul Manafort went home because he didn't snitch he didn't rat as a president.
But Joe,
Let me finish. You got Roger Stone as the president say didn't rat. Meanwhile, Michael Cohen,
Roger Stone
testified the truth. You know, Michael Cohen, who sat up there and told the truth, was
Michael Cohen told the truth. Michael Cohen,
when he went back and testified.
Oh, when he went for the Democrats, that's when he told the truth. When he went and he testified and lied 7 times in a row.
No, he lied 7 times. He was lying through his teeth when he was covering Trump.
You're lying.
He was lying through his teeth. Anyway, so we're gonna have to get out of here. But he was scheduled to release in May because of coronavirus. And by the way, Manafort has way heavier charges against him. Manafort is going home. Meanwhile, the Justice Department held up Michael Cohen's exit. He was supposed to leave the beginning of this month, a week ago. A week ago, he was supposed to heading home and let him serve out the rest of his time at home.
Joe,
but the Justice Department
New York is letting out rapists and murderers. Come on.
I tell you what. Okay. And then why isn't Michael Cohen going home? If New York is letting, you just hit my point.
New York is letting. Wait, you saw Michael Cohen's charges too, right?
You just said rapists and murderers.
He was embezzling money. He was laundering money with his taxi company.
You just said, quote unquote, New York is letting out. You just said they're letting out rapists and murderers, but Michael Cohen, who did not do any violent acts, he's still in jail. He was scheduled, by the way, to go home to do the rest of his sentence starting the beginning of May. But why isn't he there? Because he talked against your guy.
Listen.
Blatant. All right, let's get out of here. We'll talk to you tomorrow, man. Y'all need to check out Love Babs. She comes on right now on WNHHLP 103.5 FM the show, Joe. And of course,
let me respond.
We're gonna check you guys out tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. But no, I'm sorry, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Gonna do this 2-hour run for you. I want you guys to know that the Ugman love you, even if Harry's gonna try to hold back and try to get his little laughs with him because he's at the controls. Exactly. If I were you, listener, I would just tune up. The only person who's gonna suffer is Love Babs. So stop.
I just want to say something. I'm not gonna filibuster. All I'm saying is, if you listen to Joe and you don't go do your own homework, shame on you. Because any of the information that's come out from the Justice Department saying the Obama administration set up Flynn. Go look it up. And we got stories, Joe. We'll do them tomorrow.
Yes. Okay, let's do it tomorrow.
Oh, unbelievable. Listen.
I want to hear this dog on blast.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I mute it? Did you hear that?
Yes, you messed up.
Oh well. Oh no, I had it muted.
Start it over.
Here we go. You hear that?
Hold it. Let it play. What is it doing right now? See, that's what I'm talking about. Gotta turn it down.
1994, I'm off the porch, sipping 40 ounces with my dogs. Going half on nickel bags of funk. That was back when I believed in luck. Yeah. Ain't no at the mouth could get you. But back then all it did was get you jumped. Robin and Humpins 88. I'm getting older now. Yeah, watching older figure throwing rims up on his truck. I was fascinated how he's getting all this stuff. Heard he died on the dance floor, doing the butt. They was shooting at the party, screaming, "You better duck!" And I couldn't get enough, cause apparently I'm stuck. Just pay me what you owe me, never can I get a buck. And I'm arrogant as I tell you, look, life is a game of spades and it's played by the book, yup. I be feeling like I'm all alone. No room for nobody on the throne. Everybody coming from my head. I can feel this feeling in my bones. I be feeling like I'm all alone. No room for nobody on the throne. Everybody coming from my head. I can feel this feeling in my bones. They thought I wouldn't make it, then I made it. I thought that they would love me, but they hated. They thought that I was high and I was faded. But still ain't no denying I'm the greatest ever. I promised my daughter to never promise. I broke that promise twice, now I owe my daughter all kinds of. I don't wear a watch, I can show you what time it is. I be spinning blocks, texting I'm right outside your crib. It's not a magic trick when I'm disappearing inside you, sis. Swimming with the sharks, dodging all them piranha fish. Cause I ain't trying to lose, and that's a major accomplishment. Kids in private school, you can miss me with all that minor. Take my coffee, 2 sugars. Heavy on the cream, 3 albums, 1 summer. Philly blunt a machine. I am January's baby, February's dream. Marching into April, I'm something June never seen. And it seems I be feeling like I'm all alone. Room for nobody on the throne. Everybody coming from my head. I can feel this feeling in my bones. I be feeling like I'm all alone. No room for nobody on the throne. Everybody coming from my head. I can feel this feeling in my bones.
I say, jealousy, I say, got the whole industry mad at me, I say. To me, I say, Joe, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself. I agree, I say, to my one-of-a-kind self. Get paid every day like Jay-Z did. What he did and say has been done before, so I keep doing my thing. Joe say no more.